Ladies and gentlemen, it's time we had an honest conversation. A brutally honest conversation. Because right now, far too many of you are living a life that is beneath you. You've settled, you've compromised, and worse, you've convinced yourselves that it's okay to be average. Let me tell you something, it's not okay. You can't be average and win. In fact, you can't be average and survive in this world. We're stepping into a new year, but some of you are carrying the same mediocre habits, the same excuses, and the same weak mindset that held you back last year. Enough is enough. Reject mediocrity. Burn it to the ground, because if you don't, it will suffocate every ounce of potential you have. Let's get one thing straight. Nobody is coming to save you. Not your parents, not your friends, not your boss, and certainly not the government. This world rewards excellence, period. It doesn't care about your excuses, your struggles, or your reasons for not showing up. It only cares about results. You either produced or you don't. You either win or you lose. And if you think being average is a safe middle ground, let me disabuse you of that notion. Average is where dreams go to die. Average is where you get forgotten. Look around. The average man today is overweight, underpaid, over-entertained, and under-disciplined. He's glued to his phone, scrolling through other people's lives instead of building his own. He's full of opinions, but empty on action. Is that who you want to be? Is that the legacy you want to leave behind? Some of you will say, but I'm comfortable. Let me tell you something about comfort. It's a killer. Comfort is the silent assassin that sneaks into your life and robs you of your ambition, your drive, and your hunger. Comfort whispers in your ear, you've done enough. Take it easy. And before you know it, you've wasted another year. Comfort is not your friend, it's your enemy. And if you're serious about rejecting mediocrity, you need to declare war on it. Let's talk about the excuses. I don't have time. Bullshit. You have the same 24 hours in a day as everyone else. The difference is how you use them. The average man spends hours a day on social media, binge-watching Netflix, or playing video games. But when it comes to building a better life, suddenly he doesn't have time. That's not a lack of time, that's a lack of priorities. I don't have the resources. Really? You're living in the most resource-rich era in human history. You have access to the internet, books, mentors, online courses, and communities. If you're not using them, that's on you. It's not about resources, it's about resourcefulness. It's too hard. Good. It's supposed to be hard. The difficulty is the point. Do you think greatness is handed out for free? Do you think success comes without sacrifice? If it were easy, everyone would do it. The fact that it's hard is what makes it valuable. So stop complaining about the struggle and start embracing it. The struggle is what makes you stronger. The struggle is what separates the winners from the losers. And let's not forget the ultimate excuse. I'm not lucky. Luck is for the mediocre. Luck is for the people who sit around waiting for something to happen. Winners don't rely on luck. They create their own opportunities. They don't wait for the stars to align. They align themselves with their goals and make it happen. Now, some of you might be thinking, this guy's being too harsh. Life isn't that simple. You're right. Life isn't simple. It's brutal. It's unforgiving. But that's exactly why you can't afford to be average. Because life will chew you up and spit you out if you don't fight back. And fighting back requires more than just showing up. It requires showing up as your best self every single day. So how do you reject mediocrity? How do you rise above the average? It starts with your mindset. If you believe you're destined to be average, you've already lost. You have to believe deep down that you are capable of greatness. Not just capable, but deserving. And then you have to act like it. Every decision you make, every action you take, should be aligned with the man you want to become. Discipline is the next step. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early to work on your goals. It's saying no to distractions and temptations. It's pushing through the pain, the fatigue, and the doubt. Discipline is the bridge between your goals and your results. Without it, you're going nowhere. Let's talk about standards. The average man has low standards for himself. He's okay with being out of shape, okay with being broke, okay with mediocrity. But you're not here to be average, are you? Raise your standards. Demand more from yourself. Physically, mentally, financially, spiritually. In every area of your life, demand excellence. Stop settling for less than you're capable of. And while we're at it, stop comparing yourself to average men. Stop measuring your success against people who are okay with mediocrity. Compare yourself to the best. Study the greats. Learn from them. Emulate them. And then surpass them. Your competition isn't the guy next door. Your competition is the man you were yesterday and the man you're capable of becoming tomorrow. Now let's address the fear. Because fear is what keeps most men trapped in mediocrity. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of stepping outside their comfort zone. Let me tell you something. Fear is not your enemy. Fear is your compass. If something scares you, it's probably worth doing. Fear is where growth happens. So instead of running from it, lean into it. Use it as fuel. And don't forget about accountability. The average man avoids accountability because it forces him to confront his own shortcomings. But accountability is your greatest ally in rejecting mediocrity. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, who hold you to a higher standard, who won't let you settle, and be accountable to yourself. At the end of each day, ask yourself, did I give it my all? Did I take a step closer to my goals? If the answer is no, do better tomorrow. Gentlemen, rejecting mediocrity is not a one-time decision. It's a lifestyle. It's a commitment you make every single day. It's a battle you fight every morning when your alarm goes off. Every time you're tempted to take the easy way out. Every time you're faced with a choice between comfort and growth. But here's the thing, it's worth it. The pain of discipline, the sacrifice, the struggle, it's all worth it. Because the alternative is far worse. The alternative is a life of regret. A life where you look back and realize you could have done more, been more, achieved more. Don't let that be your story. Don't let mediocrity write the final chapter of your life. As we step into this new year, I challenge you to make a decision. Not a resolution, a decision. Decide to reject mediocrity. Decide to be exceptional. Decide to be the kind of man who inspires others, who leaves a legacy, who wins. This is your year. This is your time. But it's not going to happen by accident. You have to make it happen. You have to earn it. So get up, get to work, and don't stop until you've built the life you're proud of. Because you can't be average and win.